don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
This podcast show is full of sugar and spice and everything nice and everything mean, explicit content and in between and whatever the fuck I fancy. And now that I have taken care of the disclaimer, please sit back and enjoy the rest of the show.
On a bright, sunny, or a rainy day, I can listen to Rene. Topics of the day: why sex don't match the love, our relationship sucks, why the boys play, experience immaturity, politics and currency gains, economics, Spotify it, you can find it, sign of the times for the deaf, dumb and blind. Don't miss it, call the number one, state your name and what's your interest. Rene.
Hey. Oh, thank you. You missed me? Thank you. I missed you guys too. Hello, my loves, and welcome back to the podcast where I say all the shit you're afraid to say. Your favorite flavor of the pod rainbow, Rene. And I'm back with a new episode. I hope you guys missed me because I missed talking to you all. Hey. Excuse me, I got to start off rough. I was trying to do it nice and easy, but I had to start off rough with a belch. But other than that, I just want to let you guys know, in case you hear a whole bunch of crazy ass noise in the background, that's my little Evel Knievel fucking neighbor across the street who has this fucking bike I talked about. And it has a motor, and it's like a little motorcycle bike and shit. And I know it's really like not cool to be wanting to like talk about anybody's children. But the way that I feel with the noise right now, that's just outside, and he's been doing that for over an hour and a half. I just want to kick his little motherfucking ass off that goddamn bike. I'm serious. I'm glad you guys find it funny because I just really be wanting to know, when is it gonna fucking run out of gas? Like, when is it gonna just stop? I know it's not a plug-in car, like how you do the electric cars and you plug them in and you get more electricity and then they can go, 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 gadget, go. But this little motherfucking kid, it's just like, he always has to come out at night and ride this fucking bike. And it's like, what do you think? This is the club hours for kids? Like, let's just go outside and fucking, be loud and extra. I get it. It's summer. I understand. I used to be a kid. But as I get older, I don't like everybody else's fucking kids. And this little kid is getting on my nerves. Like, damn. Woosah. Yeah. Woosah. Yes, I'm back, you guys. So, welcome back. I'm your favorite podcast host. Like I said, the one that says all the shit you're afraid to say. And I, again, was missing in action last week because of the fact that, no, not because of the fucking fact that it was the fucking 4th of July. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about the 4th of July. I mean, that's not my holiday. We did Juneteenth. But I had to go to South Carolina for some family business. And when I say family business, I went to go and pay my respects to my grandparents' graves and put flowers out there and talk to my grandmother and my grandfather and cry me a river. I was crying my tail off. But listen, I am a person that, again, I believe that tombstones and plaques and things of that nature is just a symbol within of where they are. I mean, I could only imagine if you dig up graves today from people who have been gone for years on end, I don't think we want to see that. I don't think we would want to see what that looks like. And so ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Isn't that how I go or whatever? And I made my, not peace. I don't want to call it peace, but I basically had my closure within, because let me tell y'all one motherfucking thing. I'm not going back down there. I mean, not next week, next month, not for Christmas, not next year. I'm just really not fucking going back down there. And I'll tell you all about that as to why I say this. It's because of the simple fact that one, when you go out of town and you drive 8 hours to go and not just, of course, put flowers on the grave, but the majority of my family is down south, okay? And for us to not come that way often, my dad makes it his business to definitely make sure he gets down there and see the family and everything like that. And I'm like, that's great and everything, because all the family that you want to see are like your first cousins and things of that nature. And my problem is your cousins are around, which they're my cousins too, but they're 70 and older club. Where are we supposed to be fucking going and hanging out? Because there's no fucking where that I could imagine that we can go and party. And number two, there is not shit to do in Lancaster, South Carolina. And number three, to let your family know that you're coming and not telling them the day before or a couple hours before you arrive, honey, but several weeks. When you even reach out to your cousins to find out what's popping, what's going on. It's the 4th of July. Might I keep adding that shit? Because a lot of people, you know, the blacks, they still have the cookouts and shit. You know, they want to have a fucking reason to have a whole bunch of fucking food and cookouts and shit like that. But my thing is, nobody invited us to not one motherfucking cookout. Yeah, not one cookout. You reached out to people. You asked what was going on. They was like, ain't shit going on. We gonna link up. Da 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 da. I fucking hate it because the lies. And you can tell when people don't want to be bothered. You feel the energy. You know it. It's right. It's evident. It's like it's right there in your face. So even to reach out to cousins, and then you see them on the gram, you see them on Facebook, and they post it up, and they like, oh, it's tradition as always. And it's just like, yo, y'all said wasn't shit popping. How you had a whole goddamn pool party on the 4th? Tradition? If it's tradition, didn't you know that was planned several days ago? Because y'all traditionally get together as a tradition. Like I said, I don't know what the fuck. But I'm telling you right now, I think the way that I treat my family is different than what you get as of what I have experienced on how they treat us and how they treat me more so. And the crazy thing about it is my dad, who again is an advocate for driving down there, mind you, he's sticking up for these people. And I'm like, listen, I could have stayed the fuck home. And that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to stay the fuck home. I'll call the cemetery. I will set up a floral arrangement, and they can go and put the flowers on my grandparents' graves for me. I don't have to come down there. I got all kinds of memorabilia here of my grandparents and the rest of my family. I don't need to see it. And I'm not going to make it my business to go and visit people who don't make an effort to come this motherfucking way up top to the north to come and see my motherfucking ass. I'm just saying, if they come up here, I got somewhere for them to stay. I will feed them. Fuck, I bake cakes. But when you go down there, you got to pay for a hotel. You got to pay for your own food. You got to pay for your gas to get there. And I'm just trying to figure out who pissed my family off and my family up here to where they don't want to fuck with us down there. That is the motherfucking mystery. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, bitch. But anyway, moving right along, the last thing that I want to tell you about what I fucking got irritated for is that I caught a sinus infection. That's why y'all didn't hear from my pretty little ass last week. No, you didn't. Because I was sick. You probably still hear the stuffiness on top of Evil fucking Knievel with his goddamn motorcycle bike riding outside from my house. I just wish something would fall the fuck off that fucking bitch. I'm serious. He's just driving me the fuck crazy. Now, I don't know who shit that was, because I'm sure you heard that, but somebody needs to get their motherfucking exhaust system fixed and cut that goddamn muffler pipe off that's about to fall the fuck off anyway. But anyway, the fucking hotel I stayed in, little girl running over top of my motherfucking head all night long. The night before I have to leave. Of course, it's the 4th. So they're having a whole goddamn fireworks show in the goddamn parking lot from, and you know me, from 8:43, because I looked at the clock when I heard the first goddamn firecracker, till 12 o'clock at night. And we're pulling out at 5 a.m. And I had 4 hours of sleep. And then my dad couldn't drive the whole way. He drove 40 minutes and then pulled over down this dark ass fucking street thinking there was another fucking rest stop. And I was like, no, the fuck, we ain't stopping to get no goddamn rest. And you only drove 40 minutes. I had to put my big girl panties on and goddamn bra and put my glasses on too, because a bitch can't see, you know what I mean? And I had to take that whole goddamn car all the way back home to Baltimore through all the 4th of July traffic, every fucking thing. And I had to drive down there too on a little bit of rest. So this motherfucking bitch is tired. But I missed you guys, and I'm glad you're here to tune in with me. So, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have had a great week. I'm just saying, if you are new to the show, yes, y'all was probably like, I don't think I want to come the fuck back. This bitch is angry. It's okay. It's all love. I do rants. And all of my regular schmegglers, they know all about it. But if you're new to the show, I would love for you to follow me over on IG at _ Rene Show. I'm also on Facebook, Rene Show. I'm on TikTok, hip hop, bebop at Rene Show. And also, I have a YouTube page. Please subscribe, like, share the videos, the content. And that is, again, Rene Show. Also, you want to be on the show, you got some topics, ideas, hit me up, kreneshow@gmail.com. Local artists, talents, creatives, whatever you want to talk about, you want to talk to me, you just want to give me a shout out and be like, hey bitch, I like what you're doing. And I'll be like, fucking thank you. Okay. But other than that, if you missed any episodes in the past and you want to tune in, you can definitely do that. I'm on all streaming platforms. I'm on, let's see here, Spreaker right now, right here, my bottom bitch. Want to also tell you that you can also check me out over on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addicts, Amazon Music, you name it, I'm over there. All you got to do is say, hey, put the Rene Show on, and yes, they'll link it in there for you. Yeah, so share it. Tell a friend to tell a friend and share it with another friend. But I want to just give shout outs to United Kingdom, India, over West Coast states, Texas, New Mexico, Seattle, Washington. Yes, thanks for tuning in to your girl. I appreciate the support, definitely. But I'm back. And yes, I'm a little late. You know, I usually do this early, but I had other shit going on. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, I hope you guys, again, are enjoying your summer. You know, it looked like shit is opening back up for just about everybody, but it looked like that goddamn variant is taking over some shit, because I'm starting to see the numbers, you know, take up a little tick, 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 up, tick, boom. Yeah. But yeah, this new variant that they talking about is more contagious than the one that we was dealing with. And you know, COVID is just, it's a virus, just like a flu virus, just like when you go through flu season, again, it's different. And it changes. It's just kind of like a mutant, you know, it just keeps forming over and over and over and over. It's just, you know, at times you should expect the fact that it can get worse. But other than that, you guys, can I get started with my fucking week? Can I do that? Yeah.
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah, to recap.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop.
Yeah, I love that. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to watch that later, because I need to get to a happy place. Well, I'm actually in a really good place, you guys, to be honest with you. I had a dope ass week. I had a dope fucking day. Let me tell you what I fucking did, because I want you to clap for a bitch with your rapping ass. Yes, I switched it up. You know what Jay-Z said. Tom Ford. All right, I ain't doing it tonight. I'm not. I'm late. Yes, I am. But for good reason. Because, listen, I was going to do this earlier. I thought I was going to have time to do it earlier. But the way that my schedule was going, go, gadget, go. I was on the clock, bitch. I was like, ooh, on your mark, get set, go. Speaking of gunshots, before I get into what I did, can we talk about my girl who is not going to be a part of the Olympics because of the fact that she tested positive for marijuana? Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, first and foremost, hold up, hold the goddamn music. I am an avid fan of the Olympics, the Winter Games, Summer Games. I'm here for it all. I love it. I know the open ceremony is July 23rd, I think it is. But what I'm saying is, let's keep the same fucking energy that you gave white boy Phelps when he tested positive for marijuana. And let's, again, be clear. Marijuana is not an enhancement drug, okay? What the fuck do you think marijuana is going to do? Because it damn sure don't speed you the fuck up, okay? Her fucking mom, I don't mean to say it like that. Lord Jesus, I'm sorry, y'all. Buddha, universe, I'm sorry. Her mother passed. She's human. I mean, if anybody wanted to take the edge off from what they may have been going through with the fact that they just experienced a detrimental loss in the family, your mother, okay? Yeah, I might smoke several fucking blunts. I'm just saying, it's my mom. But again, they just don't want us to be great. They don't. They want to always try to shoot the fucking feet, just take away from our greatness. And so I think, if I heard correctly, they had suspended her for 1 month, which would have brought her back in to be able to compete by that time. But I think I just heard, and correct me if I'm wrong when you guys hear this, that they've suspended her for the entirety of the games. So she's not going to be a part of it. And I mean, wasn't watching the Olympics just for her because we got other great athletes in that motherfucker. But I'm just saying, come the fuck on. Keep that same fucking energy that you gave Michael Phelps. Fuck. It's too much blackness going on. Keep on. You know, as long as you keep your head to the sky. We got Juneteenth as a holiday. They done gave us another black kind of president, in a sense, Biden, and vice president. And then it's just like, it's just too much greatness going on. You know, of course, the George Floyd trial, Derek Chauvin. Yeah, come on, yo. Like, it's just too much. They was like, nah, they got too many up on us right now. We got to scale them back somewhere. Take that bitch out the Olympics. Like, damn, really? Okay. That's super fucked up. But anyway, it's fucked up. That's all I can say. Other than that, I had a super major accomplishment today. This is why you guys are getting my fucking show late. I did my first 27-mile bike ride, you guys. Clap for me. Yes. Yes. I did that. Yes, I did. I did the damn thing today. I'm telling you, I felt like Nemo, the movie Nemo, but, you know, when Dory was telling them, just keep swimming. That was me. My legs, just keep pedaling. And my friend, shout out to her, because, you know, she's more of an experienced biker than I am. And I'm telling you right now, I love riding my bike. I really do. It's like the biggest and the best investment I could have given myself this year, because I always wanted to be a part of the bike life. But I want to build myself within the endurance biking, you know, so I want to be able to get one of those high-speed bikes and stuff like that. But, you know, I think the bike I have right now will help me to get to where I need to get to. And then maybe next year, I'll have that bike. And I'll be wearing the bibs and shit like that. And I'll be a part of a team and bike club and all of that. I just can't invest my time right now because, you know, I got a whole bunch of other shit going on. So I got my little promotion from work. I might have to go to fucking jury duty on Monday. Like, come on. Like, seriously? Like, why the fuck do I want to go to jury duty? Like, for real, on a Monday at that. Like, oh my God. Like, who the fuck? Really? I cannot. But I hope they don't call my number. But I'm not going to know until tomorrow. How are they going to know? They'll never know. How will they know? Yeah, I got to call in. I rescheduled once, so they're probably going to give me the number that's going to be taken for tomorrow. The people here in Maryland are super pissed off with the unemployment department. They've been protesting and some more shit. I think somebody threw a boot at our building the other day. I'm not really sure. I'm just saying. But yeah, these people are under the impression that they pay into this motherfucking system and they want their fucking money. And it's like, no, you don't have no money. But anyway, the bike ride, it was super dope. Couple of things that I will be mindful, that I will definitely make sure I tweak the next time I go out. I'm gonna need to wear my Darth Vader mask, okay? Because of the simple fact, the motherfucking bugs, it was like they were sucker punching me and they hurt, like bam, like on the side of my face. I think a bird, couple of them, I think a couple birds, I think peed on me, because I kept feeling a little wetness, like droplets or whatever. And I was like, it's not raining out here. The fuck is going on? But, yeah, 27 miles. I am super proud of myself. And I mean, I really strive to push for that. And, I felt like if I can do the bike rides I normally do on Friday nights, which is like usually about 13 miles, like what's another 14? You know what I mean? It's like doing that bike ride again, but putting one more up on it. But other than that, I'm super excited and I'm happy because I got my sign for my cake business. So I'm super official now. So the name of the business is You're Missing a Slice. Now, I didn't go get my LLCs or anything. And I think maybe some people got confused. Like, yes, bitch, about to fucking just bake cakes forever. No. I was just showing that I was like legitimate, like legit, you know, so I can be vending now. And I got something to prop up in front of my table. That's what I was saying. And I got a shirt to go with it. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to make some money, bitch. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah. Should we get into the topic? We should, shouldn't we? Yeah. All I can say is nothing like a hot cup of coffee at the end of the night. Yes, because it is 9 o'clock right now. And I need this coffee. Not like it's going to keep me up or anything like that, but I need it because it tastes good. And I didn't have any coffee today, but I had a good day. We went swimming. I got to show off my up in the tatas a little bit with my bikini. I feel good, you know, and I post a lot of pictures, you know, a lot more now because I'm really proud of the body that I have now. Not that I ain't buy shit from Miami, so don't get it fucking twisted. No, I worked this shit out for myself. And I'm proud of myself working it out, keeping myself together, keeping my body weight under, keeping myself toned, you know, getting more exercise. And I post pictures, you know, because I feel good about my accomplishments. I feel good about my body. And it's not because of the fact that I post certain shit for attention. It's just the fact that, I mean, fuck it. Like, you only live once, you know what I mean? But things are looking up for me. They are. They are. I'm about to be in a whole nother level on some other shit, some other new shit. So yeah. But other than that, I still got you guys on the show. So let's talk about the fact of how some people are feeling some kind of way when it comes to their ex. And because of the fact that some people feel the drought, meaning when I say the drought, like, you know, ain't no sunshine when he's gone. He, she, whoever you date was dating. Yeah, the drought, the dry up, you know, the no juices flowing down and below the belt line. nobody making you feel good, and you have to understand that, yes, sometimes in relationships, when it comes to the point where it is pretty much a fucking wrap and it's ding ding, the witch is dead, it's over. But you have to remember that an ex is an ex for a reason. And it's because of the fact that you X them out the picture, and I can speak from personal experience, and I think some of you all can relate, is that, sometimes you find the need to try it again. You feel like if you do it again, it'll make it a lot better this go round. Sometimes you've overextended yourself and the welcoming mat out, rolling out the red carpet, rolling with the homies. It's not, you've been there, you've done that. So it's time to let it go. But I think honestly, especially if you work in the same, job site or whatever, the same building, whatever, with your ex, that you should be able to have keep it cordial. If you run into them, you guys should be able to say hi or speak or whatever, but, not wanting to just, completely just cut each other's throat. But sometimes it gets so far gone to a point where you're like, I can't stand that bitch. That's a bitch of the bitch, the wicked old bitch, and then you just wish that they trip over their shoestrings and fall and bust their front teeth out and bleed to the extent where they have to go to the hospital and get 18 stitches because they bust their face. I know that was weird. I'm sorry. It was dark. It's because I'm a little off. It's been a day, you guys. It's been a long day, cookout, heat, swimming, bike riding. It's been fucking crazy. Still dealing with the sinus infection. But I'm just saying, sometimes you guys keep it to the point where you're so cordial and cool that you're trying to keep it like kind of in good terms, where you might be able to cash in on one of those good for one sexual encounter coupons, where like, because you are lonely and you don't have anybody to deal with, dance with, fuck with, nothing, and you're needing something, to take the edge off, you're needing somebody to be with you or whatever the case may be, and that's familiar grounds. But do you want to put yourself in those familiar grounds again? Do you actually want to back scale and slide yourself to something that is not going to be, it's not a good idea, or you're opening Pandora's box, or it's just a mistake of all mistakes? Because if you tend to maybe fall back and let them know that you're open for something more, or to try again, or you're not really keeping it up front and it's like, let's just have casual sex and just fuck and just be gone. No stay in the night, no, extra, read all about it, it's nothing, then maybe, okay, then that's okay. That's cool if that's what you want to do. But at least you both are being honest with each other. But I think, like I said, the older you get, I think, honestly, out of the respect factor, you should have some type of way of being cordial if you have to. And I'm not saying that you have to call one another and check up on each other and see how each other is doing in life. I mean, obviously, there's a reason why you guys are not together anymore. And this is why it is now your ex. So what I'm thinking is, you have to remember 6 things if you want to remain on good terms with an ex. And some people will be like, yo, fuck them. They're gone. I don't even want to act as if I know them. Like Keke Palmer's like, I don't know them because I feel her. Keke and I, both Virgos, yeah, we will play the shit out of you. Like, I don't know who the fuck that is. Like, denied. I don't remember dating them. I have no idea. So the term breakup usually has this nasty connotation that something horrible happened, which is forcing you and your partner to split on bad terms. But that's, again, it's not always the case. So you have to keep that in mind. It's several things that you have to remember. And these are just a little way to assist you in being friendly with the ex. If you run into each other, or like I said, if you work in the same, facility, or, you're around each other a lot because of work or whatever. Hopefully it's not your goddamn neighbor. Oh my God. Don't ask my neighbor. Yes, don't come to me. Don't. But spend some quality time apart. And you may want to go on with your friendship and you pretend as if nothing ever happened, but a breakup is still a fucking breakup. It's a reason, again, like I said, no, your desire to have that person in your life can exist, but before you jump back into that regularly scheduled program of hanging out, you need some time to cope, even if you think you don't, even if you feel like you're healed, even if you feel like you did all the work that you needed to do for yourself. No. Time apart will help you get grounded and acknowledge yourself as one person instead of one half of a couple. And giving each other space will actually remove any anger or resentment that you have, allowing for a new place in your heart to build this that's capable of having you to kind of interact on good terms. But like I said, remember, I'm talking to people that this might actually resonate for. This is not everybody's feelings, but for those of you who are out there looking for some type of assistance to see if this can keep actually going on or can make it to a friendship, then great. And the thing is this, when you're dating or you get into a relationship, that's how you should have started off in the beginning, is on terms of a friendship first. Some people rush into a lot of shit too early, too quick, too soon, and only for it to get fucked up quick. I swear I want to kick that little boy off that fucking bike. I'm so tired of hearing it. And now it's dark as shit outside, and he's still ring. Like, what this bitch got a headlight on this motherfucking thing, and now there's more fireworks. I'm just so fucking over it. Oh my God. I'm over it. Anyway, acknowledge that you two broke up for a reason. Yeah, it was a reason. And it doesn't matter why you and your ex broke up. But remember to be aware, the fact that the breakup did happen. And it happened for a reason. As soon as you accept that, it'll help you become friends on a platonic level. In some cases, though, the relationship ended so fucked up with vicious fighting and that trying to salvage a friendship, it's going to be extremely tough. So you don't want to do that. And in other little scenarios, the two of you may have been too busy to make time for another, which okay. And then that means that there was an understanding for that. No matter the case, it's important to realize that things just weren't meant to work. They weren't. You come into an agreement or some type of conclusion will bring closure and allow for you to move on to the friendship step on good terms. And that just, again, depends on what happened. Everything happens for a reason. There's people in your life for a season, so understand that. So instead of pretending that a relationship would be possible, it's just best to just accept that the breakup happened and just stick with that shit. Schedule your first hangouts in public. Yeah, no fucking Netflixing and fucking chilling. You know what Netflix and chill does. That brings on pants off, dance off. So don't nobody need to be doing all of that. Once you've reached that point of face-to-face interaction, it's best to keep things light and casual. Yeah, go meet up at a bar. Ooh, maybe not. Bars might not be a good idea. You start drinking, you start reminiscing, you start getting warm feelings all over your body. And then y'all in somebody's bed, one another, somebody's house, whatever. But don't hang out in one of your respective, don't hang out in the house. Don't choose a location that may suggest that you want to take them home. You know what I mean? The bar. Swimming. Because you're not fully dressed when it comes to swimming. That's not a good idea to invite them out swimming. Don't invite them out for drinks or swimming. Instead, go for coffee. Coffee at the coffee shop. Try your best to avoid any places that remind you of the once relationship or anywhere that screams the romance. Don't go back to the places that y'all used to really hang out, you know, and enjoy yourselves. And yeah, you two aren't together anymore. So it shouldn't really matter, but it'll be extremely awkward if you end up somewhere that's constantly reminding you of the relationship you two once had. And another thing, you don't want to fall on a sword to the point where you put yourself back in the trap. A bee's in the trap. You don't want to get trapped up. There's a reason that, again, you left. So keep that in mind. In order to stay on a level of good terms, you need to make sure to find yourselves interacting in scenarios that won't bring up any past indiscretions. Just stick to the present. You know what I mean? Focus on that and your newfound friendship. Avoid actually referring to them as your ex. Yeah, keep that shit in your head. You know who the fuck they are. Yeah, it is true. They are. But don't mean you should constantly refer to them as such, especially if you're the one that broke up with them. And then they're still maybe trying to get through the bullshit and feel their feelings through it and, you know, come around from it and not, you know, be like, yeah, I am the ex. Like, you know, like, yeah, you left me, you broke my heart, this, that, and the third. And if you do have an ex that feels like that, then they haven't boosted their confidence from the fact that y'all have been separated and apart for maybe at least a couple of months. Because I wouldn't say to go back diving into trying to do a friendship and you just broke up a couple of months ago, like, or like a couple of weeks ago. That's not going to work. I think honestly, it needs to be running like a trial period. You know how you sign up for the free shit and you be like, you know, for 90 days, you can have this trial offer for free and then you can cancel. That's what I'm talking about. All that prompt will do is basically just cloud your mind and not allow you to focus on what's going on in the moment. That you're friends now. Friends. Dating is no longer on the table, so stop talking about it. Basically, that's what you want to do. Again, I can't stress this enough. Do not, I repeat, do not hook up with each other. This is probably... It's obvious, but sometimes it's what's right in our face that we tend to forget. And if you've yet to move on to someone else and yearning for some action, satisfaction, excuse me, don't get overtly flirtatious with the ex. That's why I said leave the damn alcohol out of it. Seriously. There should be no touching of body parts whatsoever. Don't do the little hand hit on the shoulder and then you take the hand and you rub it down, ladies, you know, like on their arm or something like that. Yeah, don't do that. That's too much rubbing. That's too much touching. Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. Again, it's your ex. Sex just makes everything worse in these types of situations. And yeah, you might feel good for that couple minutes or whatever. But then what are you going to feel like after it's over? That's the question. You're going to regret it. You're going to feel bad. Basically, I'm serious. And again, sex just makes everything worse in these types of situations. And any ounce of sexual attraction needs to be wrapped up and throw that shit in the trash can like you ball up paper and try to be like a WNBA player or NBA player. Yeah, throw that shit in the dumpster. Having sex just opens up a door that you've already closed. And I mean, when we talking about doors that's opening, you know what door you don't need to... Yeah, you don't want to open up that door at all. You don't. That door needs to stay closed. Just saying. But yeah, you know, feelings are going to come back into play and that certainly won't end well for either parties involved. And it's interesting because, a lot of people still don't catch it. I'm not going to say a lot of people. Women, again, getting involved in their feelings because of the fact of the physical, that's when women start to really lose their emotions and their shit. And then they get involved to the point where they start feeling the other feeling, which is love. And then you go there as opposed to where you can't keep your mind clear and you're like, That right there, that whole, oh my God, not whole. Well, yeah, they went in the hole. But it's just like, it'll have you reminiscing, and then you get the flutteries and the jitteries and the feelings of the butterflies, and then you're like, I'm in love. And it's just like, you were supposed to just take that as just a feeling, right? You was not supposed to run with that and get wrapped up in your feelings, especially because it is way too early. And not the fact that I don't believe in love at first sight and things of that nature, but I just think it's very rare, especially for the fact that when you are just newly dating somebody, I don't think you have that yet. But I know that if you do this with your ex, it's going to bring up those past feelings, and you're going to try to basically recreate them and see it again. That's where you start messing up and see, like, can we just try this again? No, we cannot. No, you don't want to do that. It's not gonna end well for anybody. Don't give yourself the false hope of rekindling this relationship. Don't do that. In the early stages of your new friendship, you may start to feel things that you felt in the past. You're hanging out again, you're smiling, you're laughing. It's extremely possible to make the mistake of the fun you're having for an opportunity to go for round 2, round 3. Don't know how many times y'all have done this before, but don't get confused. Don't take this as you and the Wizard of Oz. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. No, we're not going to do no fa-la-las. Not today. Refrain from questioning if a second chance is an option, because that will eliminate the option of being friends. And I mean, would you want to sacrifice having that person in your life if things go south again? Because, fool me once, shame on you. Oh, sorry, you guys. We had technical difficulties over here. You fool me twice, shame on me. You should got to learn from the first time around. It's not like, again, anything is going to get any better. Just saying, it's not. It really, really isn't. So just please keep in mind to be very mindful of your actions, your company that you keep, what it is you want to allow in your life, what you don't. Like I said, and I stress it so much about how it's summer, and everybody, again, summer, it's hot, you get feelings, you want to be involved, you want to be in the streets, things are so fucking open to like all capacity. People ain't wearing masks no more, so we ain't walking around in that masquerade to where we know what everybody's whole face looks like again. And yeah, I mean, take things slow, that's why maybe you might want to get on, like, I don't know, Match.com or something like that, or Bumble, and go on a few dates with other people. And maybe as you again broke up with your person for a reason, it's because your life has evolved. You basically have changed. You grew up. You started liking different things. You have interest in things that you never knew or could imagine that you would have interest in, that you didn't know of because you were with them. You might have had a sheltered mind. You might not have been open or seen things of other possibilities. And maybe you had to scale back on what you wanted to do because of the fact that if you told your person, your now ex, that you were interested in this, that, the third, XYZ, 1, 2, 3, and they were trying to shelter you from being involved in it. And again, you pacified them, you stroked their ego, you didn't get involved. You were like, yeah, I'm a ride or die for you. You don't want me doing that, so fine. But then that's where it also gets a little scary too. When you're alone, no, not alone, but when you're single for a period of time, and I mean like usually like over a year, year and a half, going on 2, whatever, you find this comfort within yourself of being that way, unless you're a relationship type of person and you need it. But some people, when they're alone, single for a period of time, they enjoy it. They start to really get used to it, and they really don't want to share their space with anybody else because they've become accustomed to not having to share, not having to tell whereabouts, not having to ask, what do you think about that? They're living for themselves, period. So with all of that being said, I'm just letting you know, is that really something you want? Do you need that friendship with your ex? Or is it that you're just craving attention and adult company? Because that, my friend, is what you're going to have to analyze for yourself before you make the wrong step in the wrong direction. And that is what I wanted to tell you for this episode today. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am back on time with things. I'm going to continue to keep working to sign this shit out. Make sure you tune back in next Saturday. There will be no live this week, unfortunately. It's just, it's too much right now for me. But I'm going to try to get the proper rest that I need. Your bitch is exhausted, okay? I need rest. And hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend of what's left. Pray that I don't have jury duty on Monday. I need you guys to num yoho renge kyo that shit up in the universe. Tell Buddha. And I will be talking with you all and dropping new episode next week as my regular time on Saturday. On time, you guys, I promise. And a new Rene Show live edition will be up as well on my YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me. And I will talk to you all later. Bye.